Nav's fan had a trick up his sleeve to blow up Nav like magic. But long before that, he was just a kid with the boombox on his chest. In school, Nav didn't fit the typical image of a rapper. He had a different culture, different voice, different look. He later admitted, "The way I look, that's gotta be why people hate on me." Some kids even told him, "You don't even look like a rapper, bro." So Nav hid behind the computer, not for music, but from the spotlight. He started producing beats in high school for local Toronto rappers. And suddenly, he became one of the most popular kids. Not because he rapped, but because he made the sound everyone wanted. He once said, "I'm really a producer that became an artist by accident." While a lot of his friends were dropping out, getting suspended, or getting lost in the streets, Nav stayed, even though school wasn't his strength. He took an extra year just to graduate. He later said he was one of the only people in his friend group who actually finished high school. And instead of jumping straight into the industry, he went to Metalworks Institute in Mississauga and earned a certificate in audio production and engineering. That mattered because Nav wasn't just making beats for fun anymore. He was learning how to mix, how to record, how to engineer sound professionally. While everyone else was chasing shortcuts, Nav was building skills, discipline, patience, versatility. Before the world believed in him, he believed in himself. Nav started rapping on his own beats, but he didn't release them. He just listened to himself in his room. Until one day, he uploaded his first song to SoundCloud. It got 5,000 streams. Not viral, but enough to change his life. Then he dropped another song called Take Me Simple, and suddenly his streams started jumping by over 100,000 every month. That's when Nav saw it. This isn't just a dream anymore. Here's the crazy part. Nav's fan had once uploaded Nav's music under the name Post Malone just to see if people would listen. And they did. Traffic exploded, so much that the real Post Malone had to come out and say, "That song isn't mine." Nav's fan had hacked the system, but the industry still didn't trust him. Record labels flew him to Los Angeles. This was supposed to be his moment. But when he sat in those meetings, he felt trapped. They wanted to change his sound, change his image, change who he was. So Nav did something risky. He said no to every single label and went back to Toronto because he believed, if I get better, the right door will open. Through Toronto connections, Nav met Derek Wise, who introduced him to Cash, the Weeknd's manager. Cash flew Nav to LA the next day. One convo later, Nav was signed to EXO. The brown kid from Rexdale was now on the Weeknd's label. Even Kylie Jenner promoted his song on Snapchat, boosting his streams by over 300%. Nav had made it, or so he thought. One night in LA, Nav pulled up to Club Delilah with the Lamborghini, jewelry, and designer clothes. In his head, he was like, "They'll finally see me." He stepped out and nothing happened. No flashes and no photos. The paparazzi van actually drove away. Nav later admitted that moment hurt more than failure because he thought he arrived, but the world didn't agree. Nav says the moment he truly felt successful wasn't on stage. It happened alone when he was eating. He looked at himself from a third-person view and said, "Yo, I really mess with this dude. You really do this. You take care of your family. I'm real." After millions of streams, the first time he believed in himself came in silence, not applause. Nav later admitted something most rappers won't. "If I was some light-skinned dude with tattoos, I'd hate me too." Early in his career, his own team hid his photos because they thought his look would hurt him. From being told he didn't look like a rapper to becoming one anyway, he wasn't just fighting the industry, he was also fighting himself. Nav didn't win by becoming someone else. He won by accepting who he already was, from a kid with a boombox on his chest to an artist millions listened to. Not when cameras flashed, but when they didn't. Nav's story isn't just about fame, it's about identity. And sometimes the hardest part of making it is believing you belong. If this story surprised you, there are more like it that you haven't heard. Subscribe.